Alright, so I am in the middle of making some homemade chicken pot pie. And my chicken's done. I just pulled it out of my awesome Instapot pressure cooker, making sure it was ready to go. It is. And I'm about to chill my pie crust here. And I wanted to share with you, for lack of a better term, I guess the elephant in the room. That sounds so dramatic, and it's not, but it's the first question on everyone's minds. And the very first question that we usually get when my husband and I show people or talk about like our setup with our animals. And as I was about to make this video, I I was kind of like cleaning up my kitchen, like just like, getting the vegetable scraps or whatever because together off the stove because I put the vegetable scraps. Well, I already put them away. And here, this is our chicken treat area. Anyways, any leftover vegetables, because I use celery, carrots, those, I put the ends and the peels in the pot, so those go in our chicken treat area. We don't do the onions because I read somewhere on the internet that the onions were bad. But the point is that I was kind of cleaning up a little bit, and I was like, wow, like the staging and stuff that the YouTubers must do is... I appreciate it. It's insane, but I'm definitely not going to do it. So you can excuse my dirty dishes. Like I said, making homemade meals from scratch here. And we kind of make a mess. But the elephant in the room, and the very first question is always, don't your birds shirt everywhere? Because they don't have, they have the cage, but they never go in it. And the simple answer to that question is no, they don't. So the reason I wanted to make this video is because as I let my pie crust chill and my chicken chill, that way I can cube it, I was going to sweep and mop. I do the sweeping and mopping in the house every single day, at least once a day, sweep, mop, and vacuum. Sometimes I do it 2 times a day in the morning and the afternoon, but typically, mostly, I do it somewhere around 1 o'clock. Now, today, right now, it is 11:07 a.m. I have not done it yet today, but like I said, chicken's chilling, pie crust is chilling in the fridge and the freezer, and I've got about, an hour to kill, so I was going to go ahead and sweep and mop, but then I thought, let me talk about the animal waste, because everyone always asks. So, me and Zelda, wherever she is, here she is in the backyard, are going to talk about the animal waste. So, come on. No, we're not going to go in. Well, you want to come in? Come on, come with me. Here. Yeah, come with me. Thank you. So, we're going to talk about the ducks and the chickens. So, this is their area. This is where they live. This is our compost pile. All of our biodegradable waste goes directly in here. The chickens love it. The ducks get in there sometimes, but they're kind of awkward, so they it's an effort. There has to be something pretty good in there for them. They've got their water here. There's like a little house. I got it for the ducks. Thought it would be their duck house, but they don't like it. The chickens do, though. They go in there. We got the food left over from this morning. And here's their coop. So it's been a little chilly outside. So I got the lights going on here. The chickens roost up there at nighttime with the light. And then the ducks go under here at nighttime. And, yeah. So as far as the waste is concerned with the chickens, it actually is much less than I anticipated. I think it's because they're free range and they spend most of their time outside. Right now, they're obviously they're not. But I don't have to clean out this coop as much as I thought I would. I literally probably only clean it out about every 3 weeks or so. So I just did it, when did I do it? Last week. And you can see, there's stuff there. But it's not enough to, they're not sitting in their own filth. And yesterday, they've got these bins. I hosed out 2 of the bins because they were a little kind of gross. But outside of that, doesn't stink. It doesn't smell. They don't, I mean, they're animals, but not too much waste in here. And so they kind of do their thing wherever they do their thing because they're chickens and they're ducks and they're birds. And here's the outside area. And there's not really too much going on there. So Zelda, obviously, she is potty trained. So she doesn't have any waste going on in her house or in her home. And she goes to the bathroom. We got this really cool pooper scooper that I would recommend. Super easy, super convenient. And I don't know, every 2 or 3 days or so I'll go around and I'll put that, collect it in our bucket and put it in the compost pile, and that's where she goes, is outside. So, let's talk about the parakeet poop. Come on, Zelda. So, the parakeets. Like I showed you in other videos, they pretty much live here in this tree. And they can fly really, really good now, so they can fly under here. Sometimes they go under there in the kitchen, not too much though. They come around this way and they stay here. I showed you the hallway before. Sometimes they go in there and they kind of hop around. Sometimes they'll go explore under the doors. But that's pretty much it. That's their area. They absolutely, for whatever reason, they never go over here. They never go on the ceiling fan. They never go on these shelves. They've never been on those shelves. They never go on the couch. Very, very, very occasionally, they will go on our our tables here, our coffee tables. And that's only if they think there's a treat there. I keep these windows open when it's cool outside. I keep them open. There's a screen every single day. And even when it's not cool outside, in the morning time when we wake up around 6:30 or whatever we do, whenever sunrise is, even if I don't open the windows, I open the blinds. And for whatever reason, they have never once tried to fly out of there or explore there. So who came in here? So Patrick is Patrick. He just flew in, probably checking out the scene, seeing what I'm doing. So he came in and he flew right to his tree. But they never go here. I keep this window open all the time too. Like I said, if the glass is there, the screen, it doesn't really matter, but it's always open every morning. And all of these are open too. They never try to fly into them. They pretty much stick to their route. And they have enough stimulation, enough activity. I put treats down. I showed you the video of the pasta. Sometimes they do, I would say excuse the mess, but not really excuse the mess. We just moved and we put a new washer and dryer in. So everything's stacked up right now on my art table. But once in a while, they'll get up here and they'll explore. They really like this right now. An Amazon package we got, and it came, and it's got this styrofoam kind of on it. And so the other day, they were picking at that and kind of exploring it. But outside of that, that's where they kind of stick to. So surprisingly, they don't poop all over a house, despite what you would think. Because I thought they would too. And we kind of this is all trial and error. We're all just kind of exploring and kind of like seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. But they stay here. So, like I said earlier, as I ramble, I was going to sweep and mop. But before I did it, I wanted just to show you. So yesterday I swept and mopped maybe around 1 o'clock or so, like I usually do. And I wanted to show you the house before I did the sweeping and mopping for the day. So this is their main tree. This is where they hang out primarily, in this area, in this room, for the day. And I want to show you. So yeah, they kind of create a mess here, right? So that's this area. and where they defecate at, and they eat. I put treats in here. I'm not sure what I have in here right now. What do I have? Oh, there's just a little bit of millet scratch in there, but they eat, and there's sometimes just treats. And then I put some pasta down, or rice, or fresh fruits, or whatever I put down on the floor occasionally. And sometimes it lasts for a day, and then I throw it away if they're not interested. It usually takes about 2 or 3 times of me putting down something new for them to get the courage up to kind of discover it. So, but this is where they hang out, and then this is the poop. So I want to show you. So that's the poop there. You can see. Yeah, it's quite a bit. I mean, we've got 5 birds. But then we've got this area over here. Like I said, we just moved the washer and dryer. Zelda's laying down here. But not so much over here. Right? And then, of course, we've got the rug to the outside. That gets dirty every single day. I literally wash the rugs that we have down once a week at least. I take them outside, shake them out. Just for me, going in and out, I've got my boots on right now. I track dirt. But you can see, this is where they are. Like I said, there's dirt here. But there's not bird poop everywhere. They really don't poop all over our house. So we've got some bird seed that came out from their eating area. And who's over here? We've got Escher over here, the blue guy. And then Patrick. And then that's Tango here, closest to me. And they're eating, so they're messy. They're birds. But there's really not poop everywhere. They do poop here because there are trees up here. So I would say primarily the most poop is in the sunroom art studio where they play all day. And then where they sleep. This is where the most poop is gathered, or accumulates, I should say. And it's down here. So you can see, what time is it? It's 11:17 right now. And in less than 24 hours, this is what they've accumulated. They've got their sticks and stuff, which is, they poop on those, but not so much. These are really cool because of the way that I kind of set this up. So you can see right here, there's some, but as you go up, not so much. Not so much. But the way I set these branches up and these trees up is, these come, all of this is just kind of freestanding, so I can pull these sticks out and these driftwood pieces out. And I do that about once a week. I pull them out, these 2 big ones. And I just take them out in the yard and I hose them off. And you can see, they love their little lights. There's a spot here and there, but not so much. So that is the answer to everyone's question about the bird poop. So they poop in their areas, but you can see there's not a lot of mess or poop anywhere else in the house. So definitely not in here at all. Maybe 1 dropping, or maybe 2. In the kitchen, they hang out sometimes. Now, so this mess in the kitchen right here, I got a carrot on the floor over here, is for me. Like I said, I'm making homemade chicken pot pie from scratch, but they don't hang out in here. They stick to their area. And so the answer to everyone's questions, I know it's been burning in all of my 3 viewers' minds, is don't they shirt everywhere? And no, not really. See you later.